A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions between Canada and the United States, President-elect Donald J. Trump has issued a stark warning. Unless Canada takes immediate action to curb the flow of migrants and fentanyl across the border, he will impose a staggering 25% tariff on Canadian exports. This ultimatum has sent shockwaves through Canada, where the economy heavily relies on trade with the U.S. The threat comes on the heels of a crucial meeting in Florida between Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly and Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc and key members of Trump's transition team. The ministers arrived in Palm Beach on Thursday, hoping to negotiate a border security plan that could alleviate the looming tariff threat. However, their discussions yielded no concrete assurances, leaving Canada in a precarious position. The backdrop of this meeting is a recent dinner between Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Trump at Mar-a-Lago during the Thanksgiving weekend, which was intended to foster goodwill and cooperation. The Canadian ministers aimed to build upon that interaction, as well as a recent phone call between Trudeau's cabinet and Trump's designated border czar, Thomas D. Homan. The urgency of their mission cannot be understated. A 25% tariff could cripple the Canadian economy, which is intricately linked to U.S. markets. Trump's tariff threat is not just a matter of border security. It also reflects his broader economic agenda to eliminate the $50 billion trade deficit with Canada. Oil and gas exports from Canada are a significant contributor to this imbalance, and without them, the U.S. typically enjoys a trade surplus. Jean-Sébastien Comeau, a spokesperson for LeBlanc, described the Mar-a-Lago session as a positive, productive meeting, suggesting that the ministers were able to convey critical information to Trump's team. Yet, the lack of definitive outcomes has left many in Canada feeling anxious about the future. As the clock ticks down to Trump's inauguration, the stakes are high. The Canadian government has been vocal about the detrimental effects that such tariffs would have on both nations, emphasizing the importance of maintaining strong U.S.-Canada ties. Trudeau's administration is under increasing pressure from conservative politicians at both federal and provincial levels to address these issues swiftly, especially in light of the Prime Minister's declining popularity. The political landscape in Canada is further complicated by the recent resignation of Chrystia Freeland, Trudeau's deputy and former finance minister, who cited disagreements over how to handle the incoming U.S. administration as her reason for stepping down. Freeland's departure has intensified calls for Trudeau to resign as the leader of the Liberal Party ahead of the upcoming federal elections. In the face of aggressive economic nationalism from the U.S., experts warn that Canada must take Trump's tariff threats seriously. The potential for a trade war looms large, and Canadian officials are scrambling to develop strategies to protect their economy. The ministers' meetings in Florida are just the beginning of what could be a long and challenging negotiation process as Canada seeks to navigate the treacherous waters of U.S.-Canada relations under a Trump presidency. With the inauguration date approaching, the Canadian government is left to ponder its next steps. Will they be able to convince the Trump administration to reconsider its stance? Or will Canada find itself at the mercy of a trade policy that could have devastating effects on its economy? As both nations stand on the brink of a potentially contentious relationship, the world watches closely, waiting to see how this political drama unfolds. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.